Sox, Anthony Rebyanski. And Anthony, one of the first thing I want to ask you is a little bit about yourself, since you're new to the team this year. Are you the assistant manager at IUP?
Yeah, I was the assistant coach for the first 3.5 years, I believe, that I was at IUP. My first year was in 2006. In '09, winter of '09, I was promoted to assistant head coach. So I've been there. I just finished my 5th year there, and looking to go back for my 6th.
Okay. Now, have you had any experience in the summer collegiate leagues?
Yes, last summer I had a chance to coach in Thomasville, North Carolina, with the Coastal Plains League there, the Thomasville High Toms. I was fortunate enough to land a pitching coach job down there, and that's where I spent last summer, 2010.
Okay. What brought you here to Butler? Like, how did you end up getting the job here?
Actually, I've been in touch with Leo Tritch over the last several years while Jason Werfel was here as the manager. Each fall I'd ask him if Jason was coming back, if he needed help, and he was hired. He had his pitching coach here, and finally I asked him, and he said he believed the position was open, and we continued with the interview process.
Okay. Now, we'll get into the season now. One thing I want to ask you is that you guys have had a couple days of practice. Players getting to know each other. I know you probably played in a summer league at some point. You got a bunch of kids coming in that don't really know each other. I'd say that how do you get them to get along right away, to, gel?
It's a hard thing to do. I like to think that my personality as a person can help that. First day you can tell that everybody's a little bit timid when they're out on the field. So right away I'm like, all right, we got to spice this up a little bit. So I'm out there joking with guys, trying to make them laugh, trying to make them feel welcome. And I think it's working so far. Now guys, second day here, guys are starting to open up a little bit more. And hopefully it continues. We've got a good group of guys here from all different parts of the country. So I'm hoping that, once they see, yeah, we can have some fun here, I try to stress on, you might as well have fun while you're here, because whenever it's game time, you're going to come, you're going to strap it on, and that can be your serious time. And I think they're starting to understand that a little bit.
Okay. Now, what are some of the strategies that you will use this year? What's your style, stuff like that?
One thing I learned, I knew we were going to be a very fast club offensively, but I didn't think we were going to be as fast as we were just on paper yesterday after getting some running times and stuff like that. Going to play some small ball when we need to. We have the guys that can do that. I think we have the guys that can lay down bunts for base hits, but we also have the guys that can drive the ball into gaps. So we're going to plan right now is to do a little bit of both. Just, it depends what part of the game it is and what the scores are, obviously, depending on if we play some small ball or if we try to just score some runs right off the bat.
You have a few extra infielders and outfielders. How do you work them? And do you just, is there going to be a process where you play everybody the first week and see how it goes?
No, I'm going to try to get everybody as much as I can. Obviously, we're here to win.
Right.
But at the same time, we're here to get some guys, get their reps in for the summer. Guys are going to get in, guys are going to sit, and the way I put this team together, we have a lot of guys that can play multiple positions. So it'll be good when a guy needs a day off, I'll give a guy a day off, that other guy can go to the other position and fill in there, and we can get a guy in that needs to get in. I'd like to be able to do it as a rotation process, but we'll see what happens in that, you got to play day by day.
Okay, now about your pitching staff. I know you had a couple of guys that got hurt before they could come. Just talk about what your staff looks like and what your, I don't know if you've set a rotation yet or anything like that.
I'm working on it. It's going to be very difficult. We've had some turnover on our pitching side in the last several months. We had a couple guys go down with surgery. Actually, about 5 guys have ended up getting surgeries since December. But we filled those spots, and the guys that filled those spots seem to be taking off very well. We had some bullpens yesterday. I was ecstatic when I left here yesterday. With the pitchers and catchers, they did very, very well. Bullpens went better than anticipated. Offensively, with batting practice and defense, it was all above what I expected. So I left here yesterday very excited, and I'm leaving here today being very excited. 2 days to go. I can't wait to get out there. Yeah,
you guys got 2 days to go. It's got to be pretty. You got to be a little bit nervous going into this.
I try to hide. I just actually got chills run through me when you said about being nervous. It is going to be a little bit nerves are going to be high that day, I guess, so to speak. You know, this being my first head coaching job, you know, I'm anxious to see what I can do in that aspect of running a team. But I got some pretty good assistants behind me. Brandon Whitfield, he'll be here Thursday. He hasn't been here yet. They're still in school. And then another assistant I have is going to be here from time to time when he can. Brandon Billett, he actually played at IUP when I played there. And he was in grad school and helped us out for a few years while he was in grad school at IUP too.
I guess the last thing I'd ask you is, I asked this to Jason last year before we started. What do you want to get most out of this season? I know it's early, but like when you go through the whole season, what do you want the players to come out with the most, and what do you want for yourself even?
For the players, I just want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I come here every day with a smile on my face, and hopefully those guys see that. Always joking around with the guys, hoping they have a good time, and once they understand that and how my personality is, I hope they pick up on that. And it just makes everything more relaxed when everybody's here. But in terms of for the players, I hope that they come here and they leave this summer saying, hey, this was a great place to play. They go back and tell their coaches, so that hopefully we can make some more connections, networking throughout the next few years, and just keep a pipeline going with the schools that we have. And in the end, I want guys to be successful. I'm going to try to put guys in situations where they're not going to fail. Obviously, that's not always the case, but try to put them in successful situations all the time is going to be the most important thing for a manager to do. If they're successful this summer, they're going to leave here happy, and hopefully all 26 guys we have are going to end up doing that.
Okay. Well, thanks, Anthony. And if you want more information on the Blue Sox, go to butlerbluesox.net. Do it for the website, like.